The first phase of the bench press, setting up. Lay onto the bench and set the 5 points of contact and place hands evenly onto the bar. Unrack the bar and hold it above the chest with arms locked. For the downward part, lower the bar at a controlled speed to the chest around nipple height. For the upward motion, push the bar upward and slightly backward until arms are fully extended. Before starting each rep, breathe in and brace for the eccentric and downward motion, holding your breath. Then on the way up, exhale. Do this for every rep. The biomechanics. Bench press is in the transverse plane as you push the bar up and backward on the way up. Shoulders and elbows go through flexion and extension, and the pecs abduct on the way down and adduct on the way up. Place the hands one thumb grip away from the knurling on both sides. This will ensure even grip. Spotters should stand behind the person benching and help unrack the bench with hands in a mixed grip. Let go once the bar is brought above the chest and watch as the lifter hits their set. If the lifter is failing a rep, help just as needed with mixed grip to lift the bar up, and always ensure the bar is fully racked before letting go and stopping spotting. Even hands. Make sure, this is the first tip, measure hands on both sides to make sure the bar is even. Set feet. Once bar is begun to being unracked, set the feet and do not move them or have happy feet or dancing feet. Head down. Keep the head down on the bench during all reps. Do not let your head lift off. Sources of error. Uneven hand placement. This causes the bar to tilt to one side and make it unstable. Even hands helps this, as this will prevent instability. Do not move feet and have happy feet during lift. Use leg drive to assist on reps. This is why setting feet is a good cue, because once the bar is unracked, their feet will be set and they can use leg drive and they will not lose the 5 points of contact. Third source of error is lifting the head up during descent on reps. The cue of head down reminds the lifter to maintain the points of contact. The muscles used during the bench press is the pectoralis major, the anterior deltoids, and the triceps brachii. The first phase of the flat dumbbell press is the downward phase. Control the dumbbells on the eccentric and have the dumbbell touch the anterior delt. The upward phase. Press vertical and slightly inward at the top, briefly pausing at the top every rep. Breathing. Breathe in at the top and hold during descent. Exhale on the way up, doing this for all reps. The dumbbell press acts in the transverse plane as the dumbbells are pressed up and inward toward one another. The shoulders and elbows flex and extend, and the pecs go through abduction and adduction. The spotter. To assist on liftoff, stand behind the lifter, and when they are ready, holding the wrists, assist the dumbbells up before the set starts. During set, be ready to help if needed by lightly holding the wrists up, and do not let the wrists or dumbbell fall forward or backward at any point during the reps. The muscles used are the pectoralis major, the anterior deltoid, and the triceps brachii. Cues during the sets is to set feet, using this as leg drive. Head down, keeping the 5 points of contact, and stack wrists. Stack the wrists over the elbows. Common sources of error is having happy feet during sets, so set feet will help them to use leg drive and keep the points of contact, as well as lifting head during descent is another error, so head down is a cue to remind them. Another error is the wrists being bent backwards, so stack wrists reminds them to stack their wrists over their elbows to prevent any injury. The first phase of the incline barbell press is the unrack. Unrack the barbell and hold the bar above the chest. During the downward phase, control the eccentric and bring the bar to the chest above the nipple line. Upward. Press upward and slightly back until the arms are fully extended. For breathing, breathe in at the top and hold during the descent. Exhale on the way up. Repeat for all reps. For the biomechanics, it occurs in the transverse plane as the bar moves up and slightly back during the ascent. The apex adduct on the ascent and abduct on the way down. Shoulders and triceps go through flexion and extension during all reps. The spotter should stand behind the lifter and using the mixed grip when the lifter is ready, unrack. Then take hands away and be ready to help if the bar goes down during the ascent. Use the mixed grip for all help and use your fingers lightly to move the bar up. Make sure the bar is fully racked before letting go. Muscles used include the pectoralis major, anterior deltoid, and triceps brachii. Cues during this lift is to set feet, maintain the points of contact. head down, keep head on the bench during the descent, not lifting the head up, and press back. Don't think to press forward or press straight up, as the ball can fall forward onto one's lap. Sources of error are happy feet or losing leg drive and have your feet move during reps, lifting head or looking up during the descent on the presses, and thinking press forward or even press straight up, as the bar can feel like it's falling forward and even fall onto the lap. So think press backwards to keep the bar going directly up and back. The barbell bent over row. To set up, place the feet at shoulder width apart, knees slightly flexed, and then flex your hips forward at the hips to pick up the bar. During the upward phase, pull the bar towards the torso until the bar hits either the lower chest or the upper abs. Do not use momentum on the concentric. During the downward phase, control the eccentric until the bar goes back to the start, with your arms fully extended. Breathing during this is inhale before every rep and hold during upward phase. Exhale on the downward phase and repeat for all reps. For the biomechanics, this happens in the transverse plane as the bar is pulled horizontally and upward. The shoulders and elbows go through flexion and extension during reps. No spotter is necessary for the exercise. Muscles used are the latissimus dorsi, the teres major, the middle trapezius, the rhomboids, and the posterior deltoids. For the cues, brace core. Hold your breath and squeeze core to keep your back straight and safe. Head parallel. Keep your head parallel to the back to prevent unwanted strain on your neck. And lock in. Maintain your body position, not once you start bending your knees. Sources of error include rounded back, so bracing your core to keep your back in a safe position for the reps is important. Head looking around is another source of error, as people look to the side, look up, or look down excessively, causing excessive stress. So keeping your head parallel with your back is important. Another source of error is moving feet or squatting down once reps have begun. That is why locking it is important to maintain body position and to be safe during all reps. The setup for a pull-up is to grab the bar and hang with your feet off the ground. For the upward phase, pull your body up to the bar and touch the bar to the manubrium of your sternum. Also, just pull yourself up to your upper chest. For the downward phase, control your body weight on the eccentric and extend your arms until they are fully extended, and lower until your scapula is fully elevated. For breathing, when at a dead hang, inhale and hold for the upward phase of the lift. During the downward phase, exhale. Repeat this for all reps. For the biomechanics, the scapula depresses and elevates, as well as protracts and retracts. The elbows flex and extend, and the shoulder flexes and extends, as well as adducts, as the elbows pull down and back, and abduct on the way down. No spotter is necessary for this exercise. Muscles used are your latissimus dorsi, teres major, middle trapezius, rhomboids, and posterior delts. Cues. First cue is don't swing. Do not kip up or use momentum to get yourself over the bar. Chest to bar. To get full range of motion, get the upper chest all the way to the bar. And lock out. Let your arms fully extend at the bottom. No half reps. Sources of error is not going all the way up and stopping once your chin gets above the bar instead of going all the way to your chest. Another is using momentum and kipping or swinging on your way up. The setup of the lat pull down. Set the knee pad at the correct height and grab the bar and sit down with the pad tightly on your knees or quads. For the downward phase, this is the lifting phase. Hold the bar down and touch it to your upper chest. Slightly lean back when pulling the bar down. During the upward phase or the eccentric, control the eccentric as the bar returns to the beginning position. Let your body lean forward a bit, back to being upright. Allow your arms to fully extend at the top. Breathing. When your arms are fully extended, breathe in and hold while pulling the bar down. Exhale during eccentric as the bar returns to the beginning spot. Repeat this for all reps. For the biomechanics, the elbows flex and extend, shoulders flex, extend, abduct and adduct, and your scapula depresses, elevates, protracts, and retracts. No spotter is necessary for this exercise. Muscles used is your latissimus dorsi, teres major, middle trapezius, rhomboids, and posterior deltoids. Cues for this exercise is your knees locked in. Make sure that the pad is tight so that all force production goes through the bar, not messing around with your feet on the floor. Second is all the way up. Let your arms fully extend to get full range of motion. The third is don't swing. Don't swing or use momentum during reps. Sources of error is your feet moving. The pad isn't tight enough, which is why knees locked in keeps your feet down tight and your legs locked in. Second is half reps, not locking out and letting the bar go all the way down and cheating it and doing half reps. That's why all the way up is an important cue. The third is swinging reps, using momentum during reps. So the cue, don't swing and use momentum during reps to make sure that the person uses the correct muscles while doing the exercise.